Like Pradeep mentioned, it's a great opportunity for you to interact with students, with great mentors from all over the world. Once you're part of Thai University, it's not just mentors in your city, of course, are locally available to you, but thanks to Zoom and thanks to online and this is insight that perhaps we'll talk a little later. You can have access to the entire worldwide Thai community. So yeah, somebody's raised his hand. So Nitish.
Yes, Ritesh, you can unmute.
Sir, I came in the middle of this session, so can you send me the details more?
Kai झोपला होता का मुकेश Ritesh?
नाही सर, ते का झालं होतं थोडं मला लेट न दिलं कोणीतरी.
काय गरज नाही. We are just starting of the session, so don't worry.
रजिस्टर कुठे करायचं म्हणजे ह्या टाय युनिव्हर्सिटीला कॉम्पिटिशन मध्ये?
हे सगळं मी देतोय. आता वर्कशॉप स्टार्ट करतोय. I'll share those details once we're done.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you so much. Let me mute. Awesome. Where's my friend Myra? Okay, Myra is here. So the topic of today's session is the baker's dozen. There are two objectives why we thought we have to do this workshop. One, because overall in this pitch competition, probably the biggest tool that you will have is a pitch deck that you will showcase to the judges and the investors and whatever. But more important than that, we realize that a lot of you have submitted decks. Many of you have not submitted your decks, probably because the whole idea of a pitch deck is something new to you. So today is going to be like a very basic tactical workshop to just tell you what could be the ideal structure of a deck. At the same time, I want this workshop also to be something that gives you enough insight that helps you over the next 10 years, right? So I don't want to be narrowed down by just one tool, but I want to see if we can help you take these lessons for your entire entrepreneurial journey, right? Cool. My name is Pradeep Yuvaraj. I call myself a storyteller. I work with companies from across the world, helping them build their pitch decks as my day job. So we work with almost 600 plus startups spread across all the 7 continents, including Antarctica, and help them create their investment pitch decks as our profession. What we're going to do today is we will talk about 3 things. One, we will talk about the importance of perspective and why perspective matters. Second part, I will try to give you some insights into what makes messages stick. Like I said, I want to kind of help you put a foundation before I give you the tactical stuff. So I have taken a book called Made to Stick as the reference point, so you can actually go back and read the book. But it is something that can kind of create the foundation for you as a communicator, so that whenever you communicate anything, people remember what you said. And finally, of course, we will end with the ingredients of a pitch deck, which will give you kind of the structure that you need to present or create for this competition and also for any kind of investment pitches as well. As the end bookmark of today's session, we will open up breakout rooms. Each of you will go into those rooms and you can ask specific questions, like my friend from, I think Swapnil or Mitesh asked right now about the local competition. You'll have someone from the local chapter, so you can actually converse in your regional language as well and get the queries and answers. Right? Cool. How did I arrive at these things? Okay, so the idea behind this workshop is not that, okay, Pradeep Yuvaraj got up into Thai University and said, okay, come on, Pradeep, let's do something. The whole idea of this, or where am I getting this experience from? One is all the customers that I work with. Like I said, I work with 600 customers across domains. One of my customers manufactures Glock guns. Someone exports hemoglobin from Hyderabad to the United States. Someone manufactures drip irrigation. Someone is trying to find out how to convert snow into fuel, right? So there are different kinds of startups that I work with. These are the experiences I am trying to summarize today. Second, my connects with investors as part of my day job. What do investors look at when they look at a startup pitch? And of course, my work experience. I have around 10 years of work experience working for 3 of the largest oil companies in the world, ExxonMobil and Shell and Total. And I'll try to bring in some of those insights into my talk today. So it's like a juice that I am creating out of the last 22 years of my life and my career in the next 1 hour or so. Before we move into the session, I want to do something. And Myra, you'll have to tell me when you are able to hear the audio, okay? 1 second, where's my audio? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the audio. Some music. Yeah, cool. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some music for the next 70 odd seconds. Nishant and Akash, whatever questions you have, can you please put it on the chat? Thank you so much. And for those friends who are not from India and even from the other states of India, because it's a Tamil song, don't worry, it's not a religious song. It's just a song and a poem that talks about entrepreneurship. What I want to do is close your eyes, take a deep breath, relax, forget everything that's bothering you, forget your breakfast, forget what you have to do for the day-to-day evening, forget your entrepreneurial journey, forget the college admissions, submissions, your examinations, everything. Just take a deep breath, look at your breath, feel your breath, see the breath going in and out, and just relax for the next 60 seconds. Close your eyes. I can see that you are not closing your eyes. I know, you too. Take a deep breath, relax. Forget your examinations, forget submissions, forget the professor, forget the college, forget the university. Just relax.
அக்னிகுஞ்சொன்று கண்டேன் அதை அங்கொரு காட்டிலோர் புந்திடை வைத்தேன் வெந்து தணிந்தது காடு வெந்து தணிந்தது காடு தழல் வீரத்தில் குன்றென்றும்
Close your eyes and relax. Cool, thank you. You can open your eyes. Let me stop sharing. Let me start my screen share. Perfect. Cool. Myra, you can see my screen? Thumbs up. Cool. Myra is wondering, why did I put my camera on first? This guy is making me do a lot of work. Cool. So these are lines from a poet called Mahakavi Bhardiya, who is a Tamil poet, and he wrote these lines during the Indian freedom struggle, and probably because my friends from Pakistan are there, for the Pakistani freedom struggle as well, right? What he said is, I took an ember of fire, chota sa chingari liya, I went and put it inside a forest. And when I came back in the morning, the entire forest was burned to ashes, right? And he says, that is the power of youth. That is the power of an idea, that it looks like a chingari, it looks like a spark, but it has the power to engulf the whole forest and make it flat. And the reason I brought it here is because that's what entrepreneurship is all about. That's the power of the idea, friends, that you have, my dear brothers and sisters that you have. I like to call you brothers and sisters, so I feel young. That's the power of the idea that you have. It is something that looks like a small spark today, but it could probably change the world, make the world a better place tomorrow. So don't let go of it. Run behind it and go behind it and keep stoking it like you would stoke a small ember when you want to create a fire. The lines from Bhardiya are available on the online. Go and read it. Amazing poet and something that would relate to all of us, especially from the Indus Valley, because these are lines that are in our blood, whether you are from India or Pakistan or from Dubai. These are things that are in our blood, right? So that is what will help you move forward. I have a disclaimer. Whatever I say today is 100% correct, and whatever I say today is 100% wrong. Okay, so don't come back to me after the workshop and say that, okay, Pradeep said this, so I did this. No, I want you to imbibe the lessons that I give you, but put it into the perspective of your life, your situation, your idea, your startup, and see if it fits into it, and then use it. Don't copy whatever I tell you blindly, because that may not be relevant for you. Some things may be relevant for someone in Dubai. It may not be relevant for someone in Chennai, right? Or so that's the disclaimer that I wanted to give you guys, more from a humorous point of view as well. So we will get into the first part of today's workshop, which is why perspective matters. Okay, so I want to take your paper and pen, and let's do some work for your brain. Super. Can you please draw this on a sheet of paper? Just the outline. No need to draw the shading. Just draw the outline on a sheet of paper, please. Just draw the outline. Why am I not able to see my annotation? Yeah, done. Where's my annotation? Aryan, I think on the main call you have disabled annotations. Just check up on your host link, enable annotations. Cool. Yeah, done. Aditya, if you have done drawing, just give me a thumbs up. Cool. Thank you so much. Now, what I want you to do is divide the blue part into two equal similar looking parts. Divide the blue part into two equal similar looking parts. Those of my friends who are all engineers, I know you must be wondering about engineering graphics, a subject that I failed 3 times before I could actually pass it. So something that I hate, but I'm getting you to do engineering graphics. So if you're done, Purva, are you done? Dividing into two blue parts. Can you just show it to me on the cool. And Purva, now because you're part of a global competition, you have to change the map behind you to a world map and not the India map, right? Cool. Wonderful. So this is what Purva has got the answer. Perfect. Yeah. Cool. Now please divide the green part into 3 equal similar looking parts. 3 भागों में बांटिए, तीनों के तीनों एक समान दिखने चाहिए. Break them into 3 equal similar looking parts. 3 भागामध्ये बाटा आणि तीनों तिन्ही okay, Marathi झाला शुक्ला. Cool. Green. The green into 3 parts. Mohsin, कर दिया? दिखाओ. Okay, done. So my friend Mohsin from Islamabad says that this is the answer. Is this the answer that all of you got? Brilliant. Cool. Now can you please divide the red into 4 equal similar looking parts? Divide the red into 4 equal similar looking parts. Red को बांटिए, 3 भागों में बांटिए, बराबर भागों में बांटिए. Break them into 4 equal similar looking parts. Aman Meena, can you just put the name of your city in front of your name on the chat, on the thing? Asit ki mummy, namaste. Cool. Anyone who's done, put your hands up. Congruent. They mean similar means the same shape and the same size and the same area when you see them geometrically. Dubai, Nishant, yeah, can you put your camera on and show it to me, Nishant? Where's Nishant gone? Okay, I can't see Nishant. Anyone else who's done it? Anyone who's done it, you can put your hands up as well. And yes, Myra, show it to me. Nahi. Okay, so what my wait, can I annotate now? Let me see. I still can't annotate. Why? Let me share screen and see if I can annotate again. I can't annotate for some odd reason. Okay, that's okay. Cool. So what Myra has done is, yeah. So what Myra has done is drawn a line here and drawn one line here. But that if you look at it, Myra, these 2 triangles are the same size and these 2 triangles are the same, right? I want all the 4 to be same. Someone else raised their hands. Who was that?
Lavanya, I think.
Lavanya. Where's Lavanya? I can't see Lavanya. Lavanya. Yes, Lavanya, go ahead. Show me on the camera what you have broken. Lavanya, गायब हो गई वापस. किधर गई? हाँ. No, so look at it, Lavanya. There are 2 triangles which are right angle triangles and 2 which are equilateral. I want all the 4 to be equal and similar looking. See, this is what Lavanya has drawn. Again, this line here. One line here and one line here will actually make it into 2 triangles, right angle and 2 equilateral. But I want all the 4 to be equal and similar looking. Yes, Ananya, Manikandan. Coming am. A video is coming in. I can only see a red screen. Swapnil, Dakha, thoda upar, thoda aur upar. Nahin, Swapnil, same thing. See, you're making triangles, but they're not all equal and similar. I want all the 4 to be equal and similar. Ananya, camera on pannunga na. I'm sorry, Advait, you said something? Ananya, yeah, Ananya, what you have done is, what Ananya has done is she's drawn one line like this and then divided it like that. But again, if you see Ananya, this and this will be the same, and this the same. I want all the 4. Hanji, Kathy, dikhaiye. Perfect, cool. So my friend Kathy has the answer. The answer is, and here. So part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, all the 4 equal and similar looking. I can see behind the screen some of my friends, I knew this, I just didn't want to say it, right? Cool. Now what I want to do is divide the yellow into 7 equal similar looking parts. 7 भागों में बांटिए, सातों के सातों एक समान. 7 equal similar looking parts. The yellow into 7 equal similar looking parts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Yes, Aishwarya, show me. Everyone stop. I want to see both your hands up in the air. Let me see. Myra, Lavanya, Khyati, Vidur, Swapnil, show me your hands up. Yes, Aishwarya, show me the answer. Where is Aishwarya? Aishwarya is frozen. Pratika Gowda. Hey, Guru, Chanagidara. Show me. Pratika, I can only see a peacock. I can't see you. Yes, Aishwarya, you have your hands up. Dikhaiye, show me. Okay, cool. Yes, Pratika, can you show it to me? Little to the right. Yeah, okay, cool. So the question is, if I had to ask this question to divide the yellow into 7 equal similar looking parts, my nephew who's in the 5th grade would have done it in like this. He would have said, Mama, what you're talking? Simple question. Just do straight 6 lines or 6 lines. Kya Myra? Barabar na? Right? And all of us so-called college students, university students with 12 years of school education and college education, we were not able to do it. Shame, puppy, shame. Agree? Yes or no? You agree with me? Yes, Siddhi, you agree with me? Right? What a 5th standard kid could do, we couldn't do. Somvargya, Asit, you agree? You guys agree with me? Yes or no? Right? So the question is, why? The question is why? Put it on chat. Why is it that we were not able to do something that a 5th grader could do? The last problem, I'm not asking about the 3rd one, just the last one. Thank you, Shruti. I just saw the message. Maybe what I can do is I can now put chat open for everyone so everyone can see. Yeah, cool. Yeah, you can put your answers on the chat. As we grow, we complicate the most uncomplicated things. Wonderful. We keep things complex solutions. They think without limitations. We miss the basics and think too big. We forget how to think simply after all the years of education. I pity your father for the fees that he paid to school because of critical thinking, because of previous patterns. We think like engineers. Very good, brother. Who's that engineer brother from Hyderabad? Because we think way complicated. Perfect. No backtracking to simpler solution. Wonderful. Yes. So I have 3 lessons from this small, simple Chinto exercise that we had. And these lessons are very important if you want to become a good presenter and if you want to become someone who can share his or her idea in a better way and a more impactful way. Right? There is a very strong connect with this exercise. Number 1, this whole hell-bent mindedness over trying to complicate things, because for some odd reason our schooling and our education has made us think that only when we do things in a complex way people will appreciate us. Like all of you who have just come out of school will always understand, right? If the question is like, let's say who is the Prime Minister of America, right? So if it's a 1-mark question, everyone would say Joe Biden. But if it's a 2-mark, then my friend Adnan would write Joe Biden is the President of America and he's a man. Okay. And then if it's a 5-mark question, then he would say Joe Biden is blah, 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 blah. 10-mark question, Joe Biden, blah, 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 more. And 20-mark question, he will also draw Joe Biden's photograph on the examination paper, right? But honestly, tell me whether it's a 1-mark or a 20-mark question, what's the simple, straightforward answer? Joe Biden is the President of America. Full stop, right? But do you think you and I had the courage to do this in school? No, because our education system somehow told us that, boss, you have to be complex. You have to make things bloated so the world will appreciate you. And somehow that's come into our minds, in our way of working, in our way of communicating with people, right? We tend to complicate things that could be said in a simple way. We don't want to give an example of a burger and a pizza, but we want to give an example of a rocket and a propeller, which probably the person sitting opposite will not understand, right? At the end of the day, if you can, like my friend Albert Einstein said, simplify things and then simplify them further, right? Make them as simple as possible. Make them so lucid that any person in the world without bias of the background can understand what you're trying to say. Then, my friend, you have become a great speaker. Then, my friend, you have become someone who can change the world. Like Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. He didn't say, do this, do that, blah, 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 blah. No, no, no. Be the change in the world. Martin Luther King, I have a dream. That's all. And what was the dream? To make sure that America becomes an equal country. As simple as that. Just one simple line and things can change. Number two, the 360-degree perspective. Can you all take the sheet that you drew in front of your faces so that you can see the drawing? Take it in front of you. Look at it, right? And then turn it 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Turn it 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Asit, ऐसा घुमाओ कि तुमको दिखेगा. Okay. Now, can you look at the answer to the third problem right there in front of you? Ignore the yellow part. I'm showing it to you on my screen. Ignore the yellow part and see if you can see the answer to the third problem, the red one, dividing into 4 parts right there in front of you. Can you see it? Ignore the yellow part. Just ignore the yellow part. If you see the outlines, you will realize that the answer to the third problem was there right in front of you. The logic is, most of the times, the solutions to our problems are right there in front of us, but we tend to not look at things from all the perspectives. We look at it one angle like a horse with a blind eye, and we just go following that. As a startup, as an entrepreneur, you have to learn the art of looking at things from all the perspectives. You have to look at it from 360 degrees so that you are able to, one, understand it yourself for your benefit. Two, you're able to understand it from the perspective of Advait or Pradeep or Aditya or Muskan or Mohit, so that they also can understand what you're trying to do, right? And the third is you assumed. What did you assume? You assumed that the third one was difficult, so the next one will be even more difficult, right? You assumed that. And what is assumption? Making an ass out of you and me. What we learned in school mathematics, assume x equal to so and so and y equal to so and so, does not work in life, my friends. And I am a standing example. Like I told you, I am a failed entrepreneur. My first 2 ventures in entrepreneurship were failures. And the second venture, it was into designing race bikes. You know why it failed? Because I sat in my office. I thought that every young boy and girl in Coimbatore who has a little pocket money will buy race bikes, which are modified from regular stock bikes. I assumed that they have the money and they will buy. And that was the business that I started second. And you know how many bikes I sold in the first 9 months of my business? 0. Why? Because I did not do the market research. I just assumed that there's a market out there and people will buy my products. And this is something that I commonly see with the startups that I work with as well. They assume that there's a huge market. They don't do research. So please, before you guys come up to the pitch competition and say, sir, I have like 200,000 customers ready to buy my product, go there, talk to your mother, father, talk to your uncles and talk to your neighbors. Will they buy the product that you're trying to sell? Will they buy the service that you're trying to give? And then you come with your numbers. The commonest place where investors make life miserable for startups or pitch presenters is with numbers, because they have this fancy of assuming numbers and coming without any solid backing to it. So find data, buy research documents, go to the net and find out documents that can validate what you're saying. You may think that H2O means only 2 hydrogen and oxygen, but maybe someone else in the world is thinking something else. So go ahead, find out the actual facts and then do that. Yes, Sagar, customer feedback, right? Very, very important for you guys, especially because now you're getting into the shoes of an entrepreneur. Because those are who is your boss? The customer. They're paying you money. Your business will run only if you have customers. And if you assume that they will buy, the assumptions could be that they will buy. The assumptions could be that they will pay 20,000. And the most common assumption, I'll tell you, which is the most common assumption. Sir, there is no one in the world who runs a business like me or has an idea. I am the Einstein. I got this brilliant idea, including this guy sitting in front of you. Okay. When I started Presentim in 2011, I thought I am the only presentation design agency in India. And then after 2 months, when I do a survey, I find that there are 146 guys doing the same thing that I am doing. Right? So there is someone in the world who is doing whatever you're doing. Don't think you are unique or your idea is unique. But the way you handle it could be unique, and that is what you need to collect. Cool? Perfect. So now What we are at 11:48. I'll give you a 5-minute break. Step away from the camera or the computer, take a walk, take a stretch, drink water, go to the toilet, whatever you want to do. It's 11:48 right now on my clock. In 6 minutes, we will be back at 11:54. Cool. Take a break. Let me put some music so you guys can enjoy the music. Cool. Welcome back. I hope you had your break, and I hope you were able to relax yourself. Okay. So one of the reasons why I do this break after every 40 minutes is generally the human attention span is like 18 to 20. But if you stretch it, you can probably go to 40. And beyond 40, it's really difficult for anyone to listen to you with full attention, right? This is again something that you have to learn as a speaker. Whenever you're going to investors or whenever you're going to try to give a presentation, make it as crisp and neat as possible. In the first 8-9 minutes, they will get jittery, and then 18th minute they're kind of dozing off, and 40th minute they're out. So don't have anything that's beyond 10 or 12 minutes in your talk or whatever kind. Cool. Myra, give me a thumbs up if you can see the making ideas stick screen there. Myra, किधर गए? मेरे assistant गायब हो गई. Cool. Adnan, just give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen. Cool. Okay, done. So the second part of today's workshop, I will try to cover something that's very subjective, a little attitudinal, and a concept that which is called as making your ideas stick. Okay. What I've done is I've tried to give you a framework of a book called Made to Stick by Chip Heath and Dan Heath. These are two professors in the United States who went and researched what is it that makes some ideas to be remembered by people all their lives and some ideas that people forget even after 15 minutes of listening to it. So what is it that is the structure of an idea or a communication that makes it stick to people's mind is what the book was about. So after my session, if you want to know more about it and you want to be like a public speaker or you want to be like a super CEO, please go ahead, buy the book and that. Pratik, you have hands raised. If there's anything, just put it on chat. My colleagues here will help you, and probably at the end of the session, we can let all of you unmute and then we can ask questions. Cool. So what Chip Heath and Dan Heath did is they came up with this fancy acronym called SUCCESS to say that any message, if it has these 5 or 6 components, that message will stick to people. So from your perspective, as the pitch competition startup, why is this important? Because when you go and present, let me put myself on spotlight. Cool. I'm so narcissistic putting myself on spotlight. When you go and present to the judges, they have to remember you even after the competition gets over, right? Your mentors, they have to remember you. How will they remember you is what is the SUCCESS acronym. So number one, whatever you communicate, make it as simple as possible. Find the core idea in your business and then tell that to people, right? You have to strip it down. It's like an onion. You peel layer, and finally, whatever is the core left, if you can come down to that core. For example, my business is a business that designs presentations. But what is the core? The core idea is that I give the benefit of time to founders and CEOs who could use that time trying to get 2 more customers rather than spending their time making a PowerPoint. See, that's the core. The core is not making PowerPoints or building PowerPoints. No, that's not the outcome. So you have to find what is that one core message that you are trying to do. One more example, like in America, they wanted to do an advertising campaign where they wanted to tell that popcorn is not good for health. Okay. So what was the core idea? That popcorn is a food item that's detrimental to your health. Okay. How did they do it? I'll tell you with the next example when we do the next topic. The second way in which your idea can stick to people is bring in the unexpected. When do people get their attention to you? When you tell them something that there's unexpected. Like for example, in movies, okay? If you look at movies, heroine wakes up, she takes a shower, she does makeup, goes to college, comes back. Heroine wakes up, takes a shower, does makeup, goes to college, comes back. Third day, heroine wakes up, while going to the shower, she looks at the shower and says, ah! Right? And then what the audience are like, what happened? Kya hua? Right? So that's how your talk also has to be. It has to jerk people from their regular thought process. Because what's happening is the moment you open your mouth, people are assuming now Sanskar Gupta will say this only, right? They already assumed because we are all trained in patterns. The moment you break the pattern, people will listen to it. Like there's one example in this book where this guy is given an example saying that let's say my friend Mangaldeep Paul from Horava, went to Las Vegas. So Mangaldeep was in a pub, in a casino and playing roulette, and suddenly there's this hot girl who comes and gives him a drink, and she says, "Hey, have my beer." So Mangaldeep has the beer. Then it becomes 2 beers, 3 beers, and suddenly Mangaldeep wakes up next morning in a bathtub in a large godown or whatever, right? And then he sees what you see in America always. There's a phone, and what you do in all American movies, you call 911, right? So Mangaldeep does that. He calls 911, and the operator says, "Sir, can I help you?" So he says, "I am somewhere. I don't know what's happened." So operator says, "Put your hand behind your back and see if there's a rod coming out." He says, "Yeah." She says, "I'm sorry, sir. You have been part of a kidney heist, which is going on in Las Vegas. We will send our dispatch soon," right? So if I tell you this and I call you after like 10, 20 days and ask you the story, you may not remember the names of the people, you may not remember the places, but you will remember because your mind initially was on a track. The moment I said she gave beer, your mind went into another track. I know what track that would have been, right? So the boy and girl fall in love and then they become husband and wife and blah, 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 because that's what we have always seen. But suddenly you see that the story takes a change and it becomes like a horror story. And that is the jump. So for those of you who are engineers, it's like a flat wave and then suddenly there's a spike. It goes up. That's how all movies are. If you see, there's a flat wave and then there's an up and then the hero comes, the villain comes and they fight and whatever. And then the movie becomes exciting. So in your talk, if you can bring in something unexpected, like for example, one of my friends who runs a company that's into beauty products for women talks about saying that, did you know that every 8 minutes, one woman in India dies because of cervical cancer, right? Now what happens? People know that people die, okay? But one woman every 8 minutes, that's huge. But if you actually look at it, it is 64,000 women in a year. When you put it as 64,000 women in a year, we don't feel that shock, right? Because it's okay. There are so many people dying, hundreds and thousands dying. So what is 64,000? But the moment you break that into minutes and you say one woman every 8 minutes, then people are shocked. Their attention is with you. So that is what strong message is about. You're bringing the unexpected. Then you bring in something that's concrete. Do not talk in abstract terms. For example, if I want to talk about high performance and I keep saying my product will do high performance, blah, 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 blah. Or I say my product is like a V8 engine on a Formula 1 car. Now what happens is your audience has something concrete to imagine and visualize and they are with you. You are not talking about an abstract concept. Again, one more example that I can give you. All of you in your childhood would have heard of the story of the fox and the sour grapes, right? What was the concept they wanted to teach us, saying that many people give excuses when they are not able to do things. But for you as a 5-year-old, the words excuse, the word many people, all those could not have made sense. So what your grandfather or grandmother did is they said there was a fox. It went try to have grapes. It was not able to reach the grapes. So it came back saying that the grapes are sour, right? Giving excuses. So they took an abstract concept and converted into something that was more concrete in the form of a visual so that your young mind could imagine. Please understand, it's the same young mind sitting in front of you as your audience as well, who are not able to imagine the abstract concept that you're talking about. Give them something tangible, give them something concrete, give them something that they can visualize so they're able to understand what you're saying better. Number 4, credibility. Who is playing naughty with me and muting me? Aryan, is that you? Cool.
No, sir.
All these funny things that Zoom can let you do. I'm sure you must be trying all these tricks with your professors in school, huh? Cool. In college, rather. Right? So how do you bring in credibility? By referring to people of authority, or by referring to, let's say, I am not saying that 8 women in one woman in die in 8 minutes, but the National Women's Rights Commission says. Now what happens is people will not believe Myra and Pradeep, but people will believe the National Women's Commission, right? I'm sure all of you get those WhatsApp forwards saying that today NASA has told you don't go at 12:45 to Pradeep's workshop because there are ultraviolet rays going to come and you may die, right? For a second, many of us tend to believe it. Why? Because NASA has said it, right? And then after that, your left brain kicks in and says, doesn't NASA have anything better to do rather than telling us what to do at 12:45 in our life, right? But many people fall for this because there's a reference to a credible authority. So bring in credibility to your talk. When you say, sir, I have found a business where I understand that people using electric bikes also want to have a nice helmet. How did I get this? The Asian Automobile Association has made this statement, and this is the report that I've done. Then people start trusting you. They will trust you. Otherwise, you have to be Bill Gates and Barack Obama for people to start trusting, right? Number 4, make it emotional. At the end of the day, you and I, all of us are human beings. We think from the heart. Although we all are thinking that we think from the brain, most of the times we think from the heart. We are emotional beings. Like Mother Teresa said, okay, show me the one and I can do something. Show me the mass and I cannot. Okay, for you guys to understand this concept. Let's say I tell you that every day 500,000 children in Africa go without one meal a day. Please help them. Give me some money to help them. Immediately what happens is Pratika and Swapnil and Mohsin think of it. Okay, I want to help Pradeep, but then they think at the numbers. 500,000. Yeah, that's too much. What can I do? My $100 or my 1,000 rupees, what will I do it? Okay, and then they don't take an action at all. Right? Because there's a mass, you're not able to imagine that mass of 500,000. But the moment I say, hey, look at this young boy called Pradeep. He has not had food for more than 3 meals in the last 10 days, for more than 1 meal every day for the last 10 days. Can you help Pradeep? Now, Mohsin and Swapnil and Mangaldeep and Sudhakar and Pratika have a visual of a person called Pradeep whom they want to help. They know that their 1,000 rupees or their $1,000 is going to help Pradeep. So that is where the emotional connect comes. If you, in your message, you can bring in some emotional connect. In your product, you can bring in some emotional connect. In your startup, if you can bring in some emotional connect. Because at the end of the day, you're doing something for the world to become a better place. What is the world made up of? People like you and me. So what can you do for people like you and me? If you can articulate that great, your startup will be able to be understood by audiences in a better way. And finally, weave all these things in the form of a story. Stories are nothing but humanizing things. Just give it a human, tangible form and build it into a story, and people will remember it all their lives. The fox story, probably you would have heard it when you were in grade 1 or grade 2, 20 years ago, 18 years ago, but you still remember it. Why? Because it was woven into the form of a story. If 20 years ago your teacher had said, many people, because they are lazy, they give excuses, trust me, in the second year of your school, you would have forgotten. You will not remember it. Right? So that is the power of stories, and that is the power of storytelling. And that is what I want all of you to become. Every good startup founder is a storyteller. Whether you're telling stories to your customer, whether you're telling stories to your employees or potential employees, to your partners or to investors, if you tell a story with an emotion, with something that has credibility, with something that brings in concreteness, with something that can bring in the unexpectedness, and which is very simple and to the core, trust me, you will become like the Pied Piper of Hamelin and people will start following you. Cool? Perfect. And like I said, if you want to learn more about this concept, please buy this book called Made to Stick. Disclaimer, I don't get any royalty out of you buying the book, so go ahead, buy it from wherever you get it and read it. It's just like a 2-hour read. If you're a good reader, 3.5 hours, you can read the whole thing. It's like a nice story, so go ahead and buy it. Perfect. And now we come to the actual tactical part of the workshop. So like I said, so the next 30 minutes, what I'm going to talk to you is the ingredients of an ideal pitch. And why it's relevant for you today is because, like I said, the pitch deck, especially for those of you coming from chapters where there are a lot of competitors, will be one of the key documents that people will look at to evaluate you and screen you. So if your deck is like incomplete or your deck is not exciting enough, then maybe the chances of you getting eliminated in the first round are higher. So work on the deck, spend the next 10 days working on the messages that I'm giving you today. You will get a mail soon asking you to resubmit your deck and video if you have already not done. If you want to improve whatever you have already done, you can go ahead and do it and make a deck that people can look at and understand your business or your idea better without you actually having to meet them. And then you translate that into like a small story, which is like a 1.5 minute or a 60 seconds, 90-second video, so that people are able to get better understanding of what you're trying to communicate. Cool. before we get into that, what is the purpose of a pitch deck? Can you please tell me? Put it on chat. What is the purpose of a pitch deck? Any chapter champions on the call? If you are on the call, just text Aryan, who's in the name Thai University PMO, your name, so he can make you co-host, and also so that they're ready with the breakout rooms. Thank you. I have my tea here. So what is the purpose of a pitch deck? Giving a view about startup idea, clarity of our purpose, what are we seeking? What is the final outcome? Let me rephrase my question. What is the final outcome? Stats and figures to convey purpose, solution, funding, to get funding, investment, okay? To get investment, problem, convince investors, abstract idea about startup, to present idea, to make things simpler, investment, to put our idea into practical terms, giving a brief idea. Brilliant. Okay. So these are all things that the deck does, right? But the actual objective of the deck is simple, just one thing. It is making sure that the audience says, oh my God, wow, really, or any of these expressions, and says, boss, I like what you're talking about. Let's have a conversation. That's all. It's a door opener. It will not get you investment. It never happens in the world that you send a pitch deck and people look at it and they say that I want to fund your business. No, it doesn't happen. It's like a key to open a door. Why I'm telling you this analogy? Because you have to understand what goes into it and what does not go into it to excite people enough. Your deck has to excite people enough to say, oh my God, really? 8 women die. 1 woman dies every 8 minutes. And you have done a product that can help save them. Yeah, I want to talk to you more. Please come to my office. Let's have a conversation. That's all is the outcome. That's all is the objective. Because if you get this objective clear in your mind, then you will be able to dictate what goes into your deck and what does not go into your deck. Cool. So there are 13 elements that ideally form a deck. Like I said, don't go exactly by the terms that I'm talking about. You could shuffle things here and there depending upon what your product or business is. But this is like the universal form that people have kind of agreed to. So it's easier if you stick to this. But like I said, be creative and do whatever you want to do. The slide number 1. And now we are talking about slide numbers. So I'm just using slide number 1. And when I say slide number 1, it does not necessarily mean that it is only 1 slide. It could be 2 slides. It could be 3 slides also. But part number 1, let's say use the word part for example. And give me a second. Let me put my fan on. It's getting a little hot here. Cool. Slide number 1 is the value proposition, or what in my business we call as the intro slide or the holding slide. So typically when you go to present your idea to someone, it doesn't happen that you immediately start off. They'll say, okay, put the laptop on, put the slides on. Okay, let's wait, take a deep breath, blah, 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 blah. So this is the slide that kind of summarizes the whole impact of your startup or your idea for the whole world. Let's say, for example, we are on a mission to make sure Zoom calls cost 50% lesser. Okay, that's the overall idea of what are the. So now in the audience's mind, they know, okay, this guy is going to talk about virtual calls. Okay, this guy is going to talk about the benefits of saving money, and kind of sets the context in their mind so that they're aware of what you're trying to do. So this is the value proposition. What is it that your business does? Like I said, my business, the value proposition is not making PowerPoints. The value proposition is saving time for startup CEOs and founders. That's the value proposition. So your business, find out what is the value proposition that you are giving. What is the end benefit to the customer? Please understand, there are 3 things. One is features, attributes, and benefits. Features are like, for example, let's say this cup that I have in my hand. Oops, I love to. Cool. So this cup that I have in my hand, the features are that it is circular. It has 500 ml of water capacity. It is gray in color. Sorry, the attributes are it's gray in color. It is medium size or small size or whatever. But what is the benefit? I can pour 300 degrees of boiling hot liquid into this and it will not melt. That is the benefit that I get out of it. When you talk to people about benefits, then they start listening to you with more attention. I'll give you one more example for you to understand this. So when Steve Jobs launched the iPod, I'm sure many of you would have been in grade 2 or 3 at that time, and probably you don't even know what an iPod is. It's like a small device that you could carry songs in, and like a Walkman that my generation and Advait's generation relate to, right? So Steve Jobs was launching it. So it had like 512 megabytes of storage space. It was an aluminum body. It was waterproof. It could run on power for 40 days, 50 days. All these were the technical features of the product. But did Steve Jobs launch it that way? The way he launched it, he says, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to show you something that will help you carry 10,000 songs in your pocket, right? So that is the benefit to the people, that earlier, if I wanted to carry songs with me, I had to carry either large cassettes, which are like every cassette has 18 songs, or I had to carry a Walkman, or I had to carry a pen drive. But now there's a product that lets me in such a small size carry 10,000 songs in my pocket. Now what happens is people are able to relate it. Mohsin says, yeah, this is what I wanted. Mohsin is not bothered whether it is 32 gigabytes or 40 gigabytes or 50 gigabytes. No, he bothers ki isme mera kya hai? What can I do from this? What will I get out of this? The moment you answer that, people are falling for you. That's what the value proposition is. What is it that your product or service or company can do for the world? Slide number 2 is the problem statement. So when I say problem statement, it's not necessarily that always you're solving a problem. Sometimes you're taking something and making it better for the world as well, right? So the problem could be that today there are no cups available where I can pour 200 degrees of boiling liquid and the plastic doesn't melt, right? That's the problem. People want to carry their coffee to office, but they can't carry. People want to carry a flask to office, but it gets cold in 4 hours. So that's the problem. Or that's the thing people are missing. People want something that can carry water hot for 12 hours or water hot cold for 18 hours. And I'm talking about a real product. I don't know how many of you know of this product called Vaya, V-A-Y-A. It was started by a guy who was the designer for Apple. He quit, came back to Madras, to Chennai, and started this company, which is today worth around 650 crores of Indian rupees. Simple idea that tiffin boxes in India and Pakistan and other countries have been for the same design for the last 200 years. He said, how boring. Why can't my tiffin box be red color and pink color, and yet it can be taken care of heat? So that was the problem he was solving. So your second slide should talk about the problem statement and for whom the problem is there. So let's say, for example, Yaqub Pasha from Hyderabad finds it so difficult to get a room when he travels to his village because the hotels are shitty, right? So that's the problem. Oh, really? Okay. Now what you do? Then you tell that it's not just Yaqub Pasha like this. There are 100,000 people across India or Asia or wherever who have the same problem. So now you see what happens in the audience's mind. Yaqub has a problem. Okay. 100,000 people have a problem. Oh, wow. This could be a good business problem to solve. Let's do it. Right? So now people are excited to listen to tell me more kind of a thing. And that's where you come with the fourth slide, which is the Eureka moment or the solution of the product that you have that solves this problem. Right? See, what is happening? It's a mathematical calculation that's happening between slide number 2 and 3. Earlier, one guy has a problem, but the moment you give magnitude to it, then it becomes like a scalable startup business idea. Right? 10 people in my locality suffer from not having cable TV. I can solve it. It's not something that excites me. But 200,000 people in Tamil Nadu do not have cable TV, and I want to give them cable TV, becomes like a scalable big business. You see the difference? So slide number 1, you talk about the proposition. 2, you talk about what the problem is. 3, you talk about how many people have the problem. And 4 is the Eureka moment. Yay! We have solved it. And we have found a way by which you can carry 200 degrees centigrade of any boiling liquid in your bottle. Congratulations, right? Now people say, wow, I want to be with this guy. Because you're solving a problem not for one person, but for 200,000 people. And this is like the classical structure of any pitch deck. Problem, how many people have the problem? What is it that I'm solving? That's all. If you get this part right, everything else is like cakes walk. Right? It's pretty straightforward. But this is the part which will take a lot of time for you guys to articulate and think back and come back. Yes, Advait, you have a...
If I can add a sentence here in terms of these slides, I think these 3-4 first slides that Pradeep has taken us through essentially talk us in terms of that we have identified a gap in the market, and most of your pitches have these acronyms called TAM, TOM, SAM, whatever those are. But I think what Pradeep is driving us to is great. You've identified a gap in the market, but is there a market in that gap? That is the moot question. Because
Absolutely.
everybody identifies the gaps in the market, but there has to be sufficient market in that gap. Which is what that slide is. Yeah.
Right. So the gap, like Advait used the word gap, it's basically that people want something, but that's not available, right? And I am going to make it available. That's all. So it could be a want, it could be a need, it could be an aspiration, depending upon what product category you are in. And based on that is what you kind of make money out of it as well, right? Like when Apple came, it was not a need, but it was an aspiration that computers were there, but can I make it look better and feel better? And that's what Steve Jobs did, and he made money out of it, right? So that was the gap. How do you identify that gap? Is what your startup is all about. Nothing else. You have identified one gap and you're solving it. I'll come to Tam and Sam in a little while as well, right? So now that you have set the context, that problem, solution, then you go a little deeper into what the solution is, how it works. And please understand, you don't have to go into the technology, the architecture and all that in the pitch deck. Like I said, it's only the objective is to get you a meeting with the other person. So you don't have to give him the full story right now. You don't have to put the full story in your pitch deck, but you give them something so that they're able to understand, okay, this guy is talking about some solution, and I think he means business or she means business because he has these structures in place and has understood what the problem is and what solution. So this is the slide that talks about in detail, a little in detail about your product or your service that you are using to address the gap. Now, all said and done, great. You're doing wonderful stuff, but where's the money, boss? Right? And this is what will excite investors, because we're all here for making money and for making business of and for growing our companies in valuation, right? So at the end of the day, great. Water bottle, carrying water bottle is great. 200 degrees centigrade is great. But how will people pay you money? So will they pay you money by buying that bottle from you every day, or will they pay you a rent to use the bottle every day, or will they do a retainer kind of a model? Depending upon your product or service, you have to define all the different ways in which the cash is going to come into your company. So will people pay on a per product basis? Will they pay on a rental basis? Will they pay on a hire basis? Will they buy the product outright from you? Or will you give it like a software as a service kind of a thing? What is it that you're going to do and how are you going to get your money is what you articulate in something next. Something like artificial intelligence, machine learning, sales, right? So is it okay to... Mohit, I haven't got your question right, but maybe I'll park it and we'll get back to that when we come to the end. Okay. If I were to understand right, Mohit, people are not bothered about artificial intelligence or machine learning. People are bothered about what can it do for Advait and Pradeep and Vidur and Purba and Mose, right? That is what people want, because Advait and Pradeep and Siddhi and Taharim are the ones who will pay for it. So what can it do for those people if you can articulate that well, or for those companies, or for those users or the customers? That's the besides the point, right? And then if you have some traction. So what do I mean by traction? It means that I am not giving you an idea. I already have 10 people who are buying my product and paying me for it. Now what happens is, you remember the concreteness in the earlier talk that we spoke about. Now I am getting concrete. Okay, it's not that Asit Gupta from Jaipur is giving me bullshit. He says that there are 10 people who are paying him money, so means he's probably doing something real, right? Most of you who are in the college may not have a startup that already has a traction. It's okay if the slide is not there, right? It is okay if there's no traction slide. The traction could also be free users. I have 50 users who have downloaded my app. That's also traction, because those are all real people using the product and giving you feedback. So that's perfectly fine. And this is what you need to articulate in your traction slide. Number 8, the go-to-market strategy. Great, you have this product, you have the service. How are you going to reach to the customers who are going to buy your products? Okay, and the answer here is not digital marketing, it's not sales and advertising. But what the people in the other end want to understand is, what is the strategy you are going to use to reach out to people? Are you how will you do it in a broad 30,000 feet view and not a tactical view? Okay, everyone is going to do digital marketing, everyone is going to put ads on LinkedIn, everyone is going to put ads on newspaper. So that's not something that is a strategy. Like in my business, the strategy is that I don't go and talk to people selling my PowerPoints. Okay, I work with companies or founders. I coach them on different aspects of presentation skills, and then they say, boss, I like what you're saying. I don't have the time. Why don't you do it for me? Right. So that's my go-to-market strategy. I will not go and sell my product to people. I will not carry it around. But each of you, for your product, there may be different go-to-market strategies. So one of you might say that I don't want to go to retail customers. I will only go and give my, like, for example, I don't know how many of you have, I don't know whether it's relevant for my friends in Pakistan and Dubai, but all these exhibitions that happen, consumer durable exhibitions happen, you see those guys selling machines that can grate carrot into pieces and slices and all those things. Those guys will never do advertising. Their go-to-market strategy is always to go to those exhibitions, get ladies to come, experience the product, and 70% of people will buy it there. Because if they do advertising, no one will take the risk of getting it order. But when they see it there, they will buy it. And that is what is their go-to-market strategy. So you have to articulate. Please remember, it's a strategy. It's not a tactical intervention. So that's the difference that you have to bring in. Number 9, why is it that you are the right person to run the business? Great. The idea is great. The marketing strategy. But what makes you? So probably Mohsin will say, sir, I have a PhD in this particular topic, and I already have the patent to this particular product or service, and that's why I'm using this. Pratika might say that I have 5 years of experience, or my father's business has already been doing this, so I have a ready-made customer base of 300 people, and that's why I'm here. So you put your team members in this slide, but please remember, don't put your team members' names and photos, because they don't mean anything to me unless until they are like a Bill Gates or a Barack Obama or someone else. What you have to put is, what is it that each individual in your team is going to contribute to the product? So Mangaldeep will say that Aman from my team is a guy who's an expert in AI. He will take care of the architecture. Siddhi Dave from my team, who's from Gujarat, is very good in selling. So she will be taking care of the selling aspects. And here's why she's very good also. Just you saying that she's very good is not great. Siddhi has already worked for 4 years with some of the largest diamond companies in Surat or Ahmedabad or whatever. So she has the credibility and the skills. Number 10, the numbers. So what do you mean by the numbers? It does not mean you put in a spreadsheet here. What it basically means is, over the next 3 years or 5 years, in fact, nowadays after COVID, no one really wants to talk about 5 years. I think 2 years and 3 years. If you can predict things, it's great, because you don't even know what will happen after 6 months now. So we have all come to a world which is like that. But kind of you articulate saying that over the next 12 months or 36 months, I will sell so many products. I will put so many employees. This is the gross margin I will get out of that. This is the net margin I will get off it. And this is the EBITDA that I have, which is earnings before interest, depreciation, and tax. Some terminologies that I'm using today may not be very clear to you. Don't worry. Your chapters will conduct workshops with more intensive things where people will teach you these things. So don't worry about it. But the idea of me dropping in this is I want you to get accustomed to these ideas, because people will ask you, what's your EBITDA? And then you should not be EBITDA, okay, hota hai, sir, right? I don't want you to put that up. That's the reason I'm putting in these acronyms and terminologies for you to understand. So broadly, mota moti, as they say in Hindi or Urdu, कि कितना धंधा किया है, धंधे में कितना पैसा आया है, उस पैसे में से कितना प्रॉफिट आया है, अगर टैक्स भर दिया, डिप्रेशन हो गया, बाकी मेरे पास क्या बचेगा, right? My friends from Tamil Nadu and South India, if you don't understand Hindi, what I said is broadly, what is it that I have, how much money I make out of it, what is the margin, what is the final bottom line of the whole thing. Just broad numbers, and especially because you are college entrepreneurs, I don't think you could actually really have very concrete numbers. But at the same time, don't give bullshit. Don't tell people that first year I will sell 100 products and next year I'll sell 10,000. Don't worry, sir. I am super confident, sir. I am khatarnak, sir. I will sell. It doesn't happen. And one of my first employment experiences was in '95 when I was in engineering college, and I used to sell table lamps. Every day I used to go and knock at 400 houses trying to sell a table lamp. It was a simple table lamp. You tap it, the lamp will burn. You tap it, the lamp will switch off, like like the manual version of your Alexa, right? And on an average, so that means 6 into 4 is 2,400 people in a week. Do you know how many people I would end up buying my table lamp? 5 or 6 out of 2,400 people. That is how the market works. You may think that your product will sell like hotcakes, but the market has to tell that. Even your own uncle and auntie might not buy your product. They may love you enough, but they will not buy it, because the moment money comes into the matter, everything changes. So you have to be clear when you're giving numbers. Don't give cooked up numbers. Be conservative. That's better than being over optimistic. Slide number 11. Talk about the entry barriers and talk about the competition. So what is an entry barrier? It says that, hey, you have an idea, but what makes or what stops anyone else from copying this idea? Right? That is the entry barrier. So in many cases, it could be an IP that you have or a patent that you have for the product. But trust me, even patents are not a great entry barrier because people can always find a loophole and say that patent is for this part, this patent that I have got is for this part. So entry barriers have to be really concrete. So for example, let's say my friend Nicholas from Mizoram says that the entry barrier is that anyone who has to do this business will take at least 3 years to stabilize. I have already stabilized, so I have a 3-year lead. That is an entry barrier, which means I'm way ahead of my competition. And trust me, don't ever make a statement saying that I don't have competition. Everyone has competition. And that's like the craziest slide that I have seen in people's slides, saying that I do not have competition. Boss, maine naya cheez banaya hai, which no one else in the world does. And then there's an investor sitting in the front who's running a company like that. Right? Exactly the same business. Yes, Advait.
Yeah, it's a great point you made, because I've seen enough and more slides where people say, they put this 2x2, or they compare there with the competition. And for them, everything is tick, 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 tick. And for everybody else, there are some crosses. It will never happen that way. Why are you all ticks and everybody else has crosses?
Absolutely. And trust me, it's not just about direct competition. It could be indirect competition also. A favorite example that I have is many startups, they think that the competition for an electric bike is the petrol bike. No, it is not. The petrol bike owner will never buy an electric bike because it doesn't run so fast. It doesn't have the fancy of going in front of a girls' college and doing broom, 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 and all the girls looking at you. It doesn't happen. The electric bike doesn't give, God damn it doesn't make any noise. People will not know you came in and went. So electric bike is good for Superman and Spider-Man to come in and go. So the competition for electric bike is actually the auto rickshaw, the public transport, the guys who are walking to the office or to the college, the buses that are running. They are the competition. So how do you overcome that competition is what you need to articulate. You cannot compare a 40,000 rupees bike with a 100,000 rupees bike. No, it is not. No one is going to buy it. Who will buy that bike? Someone who's, let's say, like a postman. He needs the application for a postman for an electric bike is a stop and go application. Every time he starts his bike, if it's a petrol bike, he's losing petrol. But with an electric bike, you can always just remove the acceleration and it stops. The power is not consumed. So those kind of applications are the actual customers. And who are the competitors for that? Then the cycle, which is like the Atlas and the Hero cycle of the world, who are the competition for the electric bike. You have to go and hit them. So articulate those customers, but please, 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 I beg you, never ever utter the word saying, I don't have competition. Like I told you, in 4 months, I realized that I have 146 people in India who are doing the same business I am doing. And that the number is like in 10,000s across the world who do the same business. And then finally, this may be relevant to some of you. This may not be relevant to some of you, is the fund ask. At the end of the day, a pitch deck is primarily to raise money. Primarily, I use the word primarily because sometimes there are other objectives as well. But to get partners, probably to get co-founders, it could be anything. You have to have a fund ask saying that, okay, boss, I have this brilliant idea. I have these customers that I think will come to me. I have these numbers. But if I have like $200,000, then I can do these, so that this business can go from X to 10X. So you have to articulate what amount of money you want, and you have to articulate why you need that money. You cannot just say, I need 10 crores. Myra, do you use the terminology crores in Pakistan? You use, right? So good.
Yes, we do.
Good. Inshallah. So you kind of articulate what amount of money you want and why you need it. Again, please understand, don't be too conservative and don't give some like say, okay, if I say 1 crore, people may not give. Let me say 50 lakhs. And then that guy will do a back of the paper napkin calculation and say, boss, you minimum you need 90 lakhs. Why are you asking for 50 lakhs? So it's not a shame to ask for low. It's not a great thing to ask too high also. I see people who will ask for like the moon, right? Boss, utna paisa mere paas hota to main kyun tumhare samne baitha? Got it? So be very calculative on this. And here I would advise you guys probably for this slide and the slide that we talked about the operations. If your college has a finance department or a commerce department or an accounting department, I would not say accounting department. I would say commerce department. Go sit with the professor there and try to see how financials numbers are calculated. So that's very, very, very important, right? So 13th slide. Like I said, it's like the bonus. It's not the slide. That's why there is no slide number now. These are things that you can carry as an appendix. One, it could be your exit strategy. Maybe not very relevant for you guys, but for you to understand what exit strategy basically means is, if Pradeep puts money into your business, how will Pradeep get returns out of the business and move away? So an exit could be like a merger and acquisition. An exit could be that we will go and list our company as an IPO, and whatever shares you have, you can sell it in the open market. Or an exit could be saying that I will buy out your shares and I will pay you an X amount at a predefined rate or whatever. Those are exits. Second thing is, what are the partnerships that you need to run your company? So maybe your product needs microprocessors. Sir, I already have a tie-up with a Vietnam company or a Philippines company who will sell me the processors. So that's also my entry barrier, that I have like a non-compete agreement with them, so that for next 10 years, they will not sell their process to anyone. So these are some things that you can put in the exit, in the appendix, and also a demo of your product. On this point, I want to say that if the product is fully complete and fully functioning, start off with the demo. Don't even put it in the appendix, because there's nothing like the real deal. If it's an in-person thing and you have like a juice, bring bottles of the juice and give people and let them drink it and let them taste it. I'm sure you all see that fancy series called Shark Tank, where they do all these kind of stunts. Sometimes it works. On TV, it works always. In real life, it doesn't work. So be a little careful about it. But if you think that what you have is a great thing, like, I don't know how many of you have heard of this product called, I'm sure all of you have heard of product. It is a product in which Jeff Bezos put $150 million. And who's the other guy? The investor of Google, I'm forgetting his name. He put like $100 million, and it was like the biggest failure. But the moment, but the reason they all put it is because he made them use the product. Now, what is it? The Segway. You've seen that two-wheeler kind of thing that you stand on and go around. It's the biggest failure in the world. Okay, there was so much money put into it because everyone thought people don't want to walk, they are lazy, and they will buy. But who will buy a goddamn $250,000 worth two-wheeler bike when I can buy actually a nice limousine in India and Pakistan for the same cost with a driver for the next 10 years, right? So utter failure. But the reason he was successful because he made Jeff Bezos ride it. He made Steve Jobs ride it and gave them the experience. So if you have a demo, please go ahead and do it. Right? Something that you can carry along is an executive summary. Basically, it's like a 1-page, 2-page document, more verbose, so that people can understand exactly what you're saying. Some financial model saying that if everything is great, this is what my company will do. If everything is pathetically bad, this is what my company will do. If everything is medium, this is what my company will do. Some financial models. And then some market research and documents and research papers that can validate whatever you're saying. So these are all something that you can attach as a document. Don't put them on slides, because people don't have time in that 3 seconds, 10 seconds to look at the slide and understand. If the judges say, sir, I want to know more about your market, sir, here I have it in my appendix. I will give you, I'll send you the printout. Go ahead and have it. Okay. Now, all said and done, at least from the perspective of, not only from the perspective of the competition, but the perspective of even anywhere, do it with passion or don't do it at all. Okay. You cannot say that I'm going to change the world. Hello, my name is Pradeep. I am here today because I bought such a great product that will change the world. Really. Right? Your voice is telling you something, but the tone of your voice is not saying that. So not showing you the passion. So show your passion when you're presenting. Of course, this is only relevant when you're pitching. When you send the document, you can't show your passion. But like I said, the opportunity for you is to, yes, you can change your business idea. You can change your business idea. Yeah, you can do that as well. Show the passion. And like I said, we are giving you the opportunity to send a video, like a 1.5 minute video. Please remember, it cannot be more than 90 seconds. So don't give us 10-minute videos. We will not even evaluate it, which can also show the passion that you have for the idea of the business. But don't make it too dramatic. Okay. That's the other example. Just let me see that it's like your true love, this business. And if I can feel that, then I would want to really work with you. Maybe the ideas are wrong. Maybe your calculations are wrong. But if I see that you're passionate, as an investor, as a founder, I would say that, okay, I want to work with this girl, I want to work with this boy, or I want to work with this team. I have shown a photo, one of my most favorite slides. This is the first slide that I made ever. Very nice slide I drew a drawing of Taj Mahal. Why is Myra laughing? Taj Mahal, and a lot of content about the Taj Mahal and all those things, and nice colors. If I show you this slide, will you go to see the Taj Mahal? Yes, Myra. Absolutely no. Myra says no. Now, moral of the story, presentation matters. You may have the most brilliant idea in the world, but if you present it in a shitty way, no one is going to bother. So at the end of the day, it is also the way you present your pitch deck that will matter. for which you need to go and understand different aspects of visuals and all those things. From this competition perspective, I would advise you to have 2 decks. One is a pitch deck, which is basically the one you will present when you meet people. The other one is a pitch book. The pitch book, the difference is it's a combination of a pitch deck plus probably a small paragraph on the right-hand lower corner on the right-hand side or whatever that kind of articulates a little bit more deeper so people understand what you're trying to communicate. Please understand that just doing an architecture drawing of a product is not going to make them understand. You have to tell them that my computer, my product will source data from the wide net. It will look at tags specifically about that company. It will generate reports out of that. And this is what you will get. And this is what I have schematically shown in the drawing. Because you understand it, it does not necessarily mean everyone understands it. Simplify it for everyone. So create a pitch book. And I would advise that would be the pitch book that you can kind of submit for this competition when you get the request for resubmitting your document. So over the next 10 days, you can expect a mail which will give you the option to go back and resubmit your presentation and your video if you have not already done. If you're done, you can change it. If you're not done, go ahead and resubmit it based on the lessons that you learned today. Try to stick to this structure so that it's easy, because large chapters where like Islamabad and Pakistan, Pune and Chennai, where there are a lot of large number of people, there will be one evaluation round as well, or a screening round as well. So not all of you will end up in the finals or semi-finals. So, and the only way they're going to do that is if I have 200 people, I cannot speak to 200 people. Your pitch deck, that's why it becomes so important. And that's the reason why we did this workshop. So make it as visual as possible, 90% of it, and the last 10% on the slide, if you can make it with text. The other option that you can also do is what PowerPoint gives you. I'm using the word PowerPoint, but it does not necessarily mean you have to use PowerPoint. You could use whatever software you want, right? So in PowerPoint, when you print, you can print notes, so that your slide will come here and all the notes that you put in the notes will come here, which is basically nothing but all the things that you put here. I'm so narcissistic. The first thing I can think of is my name. Right? So even if you are not there present, you can, the evaluator or the screener can know what your product or service or what is that you're trying to do. Second piece of advice, send it as a PDF, not as a PPT. Because a PPT, the fonts may not be there on my computer. You may be using fancy fonts. Try to stick to 1 or 2 fonts. Do not go too jazzy. Yes, you are a college student, but you're now transforming. It's like the reverse process of a larva to a butterfly. Yeah, the larva is like monotonous and then it becomes colorful like a butterfly. But for you, it's the other way around. You're coming into a corporate world, you're coming into a startup world. Try to keep it to 1 or 2 tones of colors, 1 or 2 sets of fonts, visuals that can communicate what you're trying to say, and do that, right? Perfect. Aryan, do you have the feedback form link?
One second, sir.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah. So Aryan will put a feedback form here. The feedback form is not to understand my performance or whatever, but it's for us to understand where you guys are today, so that we can also work on different kinds of workshops that could help you. So that's the idea. Take a couple of seconds to put your feedback there. Aryan, put it on chat, or if you can give me the bit.ly, I can say that. Should pitch decks also be shared as a PDF? Yes. Yeah, PDF is better. Islamabad, someone asked that question. Myra, I think, right? Someone from Tamil Nadu says IG. Brilliant presentation. Thank you, Pradeep sir. Right? Wonderful. Tell my wife, man. She never praises me. Good. Don't go away. There's a couple of more things that we need to do for the next 15 minutes. Aryan. Okay, so till Aryan comes, I want to ask you one question. Okay, I have a piece of wood in my hand. Okay, I let go of it. What will happen? Please put it on chat. I have a piece of wood. मेरे हाथ में लकड़ी है. उसको छोड़ा तो क्या होगा? Fall and roll. It will fall. It will fall. It will fall. 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 Cool. I'll rephrase my question. Okay, how boring? All boring answers. I have a piece of wood in my hand. I let go of it. What all can happen? क्या हो सकता है? What all can happen? Tell me. Make sound, okay? I will feel light, like Nityananda Swami. Let go of everything in your life and you will feel light. You will break your leg. Anjali, what did I do to you, sweetheart? You're making my leg. It will fall and will break. It will hurt your feet. You don't have a piece of wood now. Wow, go to me. What radical thinking. Float if you're in space. Someone will steal it. Strength of that boy carrying depends on you can miss the opportunity, right? The idea for asking you this question was, when I asked you what can happen, all of you gave one boring answer. It will fall down. But the moment you tweaked it, saying that what all can happen, there were so many interesting answers that came up. Right? In some of my workshops, especially school children, they said, sir, the lakdi will fall down and it will make a hole and you will get oil coming out of it. You will become a rich man. Then there's this other guy who says that, sir, there are 9 ants going down. 3 of them will die, sir. Remaining everything will escape, sir. Right? So the moment you stop asking what will happen, and the moment you start asking what all can happen, your life will be extraordinarily fun, extraordinarily brilliant, extraordinarily exciting. Right? That's what I want you to do as startups. Don't say stop yourself. Kya hoga? Acha, okay, let me not do it. I just don't stop it. Kya ho sakta hai? Okay, wow. Okay. These are things that excite me. Let me do it, kind of thing. So Aryan has put the form on the link on the chat. So probably if all of you can click it. Yeah. Okay, just stop chatting. All of you just stop chatting so that the form is there on the top. Just take a minute to share the form. I am also putting up my Instagram handle and my personal email ID here. The Instagram handle for Thai University is already mailed to you guys. Maybe if you do not know, it's thai.university. Go and start following Thai University on Instagram so that you get real-time updates on all the other things that are happening in all the other chapters across the world. There are a lot of workshops that will be happening. Like I said, we have around 31 odd chapters, which I'm listing here from across the world. Not 31. Wow, that's like 41, right? Who are going to be conducting a lot of workshops and activities. And many of you can access those workshops and activities. Network with your friends from other colleges, other universities. We have students coming from Stanford. We have students coming from Harvard. We have students coming from the best institutions in Pakistan, the best institutions in India, including the IITs, who are going to be part of this cohort. So this is your opportunity to find friends and co-founders and use these opportunities. Just fill up the form, take a minute. And after that, I will be putting into breakout rooms. And here are the breakout rooms. So before that, I need to confirm whether we have chapter representatives from everywhere. Otherwise, I think I can see you. I can see Chennai. Anyone else? Chapter champions, if you're here, wait. Let me change to saying allow participants to unmute yourself. Any chapter champions from the Thai University ecosystem who are here? This is a good opportunity to interact with your team. I'll put you in break. Gajendra, you're from Thai Mysuru? Anyone from the Thai chapters who are participating, if you're here, I would like to put you in breakout rooms. We have Pune. Yes.
Mahesh here.
Mahesh, you are there. So okay. So all the participants from Karnataka, you will go into the breakout room that says Mysuru. All the participants from Maharashtra, which is Nagpur, Mumbai, Pune, Ahmedabad, Aurangabad, wherever you Sangli, where you're from, you will go into the breakout room that says Pune. People from Ahmedabad, Surat, Lucknow, Madhya Pradesh, Delhi, you will go into the breakout room that's called Rest of India. And anyone from Coimbatore goes into Coimbatore. Anyone from Chennai goes into Chennai. I have Chennai here, but I doubt I can see anyone else. I thought I saw Arun Parikh from Rajasthan here. Arun, are you here? Anyone from chapter champion from Rajasthan here? Anyone from Kolkata here? Okay, just for you guys to understand, if you don't get to meet them today, no problem. Your chapters, because yes, today is the last date for registration. So please reach out to your friends and tell them if they have to register for the competition. Someone from the local chapter will reach you in the next 2 or 3 days, and then they will handhold you. All interactions from now on till the 31st of March will be with the local chapter. So when I say local chapter, it means, for example, someone from Mumbai, Pune is your local chapter, Pune is your mentoring chapter. Mumbai, Nagpur, Lucknow. Anyone from Karachi, anyone from Lahore, Islamabad is your mentoring chapter. So they will connect with you either directly or through the college, right? And yeah, if you could just take one more minute for Kolkata, you will get someone from Kolkata. Yes, some I can't see the full name. So yeah, you will have. So today we have Pune. Is there someone from Islamabad who's here? There's no one from Islamabad here. I thought Jamal was supposed to be here. Anyone from the Islamabad chapter here, or anyone from the Hyderabad chapter? So those of you, if there's no one from the chapter here, you can just stay on the main call. Also, the rest of India, you can stay on the main call. I will answer your questions if there are any. But for chapters, today we have Pune here, we have Chennai here, we have Mysuru here. So you guys can get into those rooms and handle it. And ask your questions that may be relevant. So Aishwarya, you will have to go to the breakout room that says Chennai. Okay. Remaining all of you, please don't go into the other breakout rooms because I can't see anyone else here. So you can stay in the main room and you can, yeah, Noida, Delhi, you all can stay in the main hall here. I will answer your questions. Right. Cool. So for a second, I want to stop chatting and I will just put this link so we get all the feedback forms in place. We have 178 people here. Please do make sure that university@tai.org and taiupc22@gmail.com are whitelisted on your mail because those are the IDs from which you will be getting all the communications. But like I said, from today till the 31st of March, you may not get many mails from us. It will be from your local chapter. So reach out to the local chapter there. You can find out their website and send a mailer or communication to them. Cool. So I think we are in time now to start the breakout rooms. I repeat again, those of you who are from Maharashtra, तुमचा mentoring chapter पुणे आहेत. पुणेच्या breakout room मध्ये गेले तर बरं झालं, बरं होणार.
Who is putting us into breakout rooms?
We will start the breakout rooms and you can choose the Pune room. Yeah, Aryan will start it. Everyone from Chennai or everyone from Tamil Nadu, if there are from Coimbatore also, Vidur, I want you to just help them out. Tell them that someone from Coimbatore will connect with them. Just give them the basic instructions that they are asking for.
Sure.
People from Islamabad, Dubai, I think I can't see anyone here. You can stay in the main hall. I'm sorry?
Bangalore
also, yeah. All people from Karnataka, which is Bangalore, Mysuru, you will go into the Mysuru breakout room. Yeah, my friend Mahesh.
From Visakhapatnam.
Yeah. So, except for Pune, Chennai, and Mysuru, all the other people will stay here. So, except for all students from Maharashtra, you will go into Mysuru. 1 second. Yeah. Cool. So, everyone from Tamil Nadu, you will go into the Chennai breakout room. Everyone from Maharashtra, you will go into the Pune breakout room. Everyone from Karnataka, you will go into the Mysuru breakout room. Everyone else, because I don't see anyone else from the chapter right now on the call today, you can stay here. You can put your questions to me and I will try to answer. We have around 15 minutes. The breakout rooms will be on for around half an hour. Yes, Saptashri from Chennai, you will have to go into the Chennai breakout room. Vidur is there. He will answer your questions. Please put your hands down. Thank you. Right. Cool. So, Aryan, why don't you start the breakout rooms? Everyone else, you can stay here. If you want to exit, it's perfectly fine to exit. On the lower end of your screen, you can see something with 4 squares, which is where you have to join. So, let me push Vidur into Chennai. Or Chennai, Vidur, you can choose Chennai. Advait, you can go into the Pune breakout room. Yeah, everyone else stay in this call. Do not go to the breakout rooms. Everyone else stay in the call. Aryan, just make sure anyone who's going to Andhra Pradesh or rest of India and all, they're pushed back into the main room.
Okay, sir.
All the guys in Kolkata, push them into the main room. Rajasthan. Anyone else from the chapters who are here? Advait, you want me to push you?
Yeah, you need to push me into Pune.
Okay, I'm a pushy guy. Wait, I'll push you now. Pune. Done. All those of you who are from Pune or Maharashtra, anywhere in Maharashtra, please go into the Pune breakout room. They will answer your questions. All of you who are in the from anywhere in Karnataka, please go into the Mysuru breakout room. Remaining everyone, Veera, எல்லாத்தையுமே வந்து இந்த rest of India Andhra Pradesh இருக்கவங்களா main room தள்ளிட்டுமா, move to main room கொடுத்துரு எல்லாருக்கும். Mysuru, Chennai and Pune are the only ones that are active now. Remaining everyone else just come to the main room. Even the Islamabad ones, move them to the main room. Kolkata also move them to the main room. Cool. Yeah, so I'll let you unmute, but please do not unmute. Please raise your hands, and then if I call out your name, please ask the question. So yeah, yes, Akash from Kolkata.
Sir, can I stay here or I have
Hey,
to...
you stay here because there no one from the Kolkata chapter is here today. So just stay here. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Yes, Aditya
Yes,
from Hyderabad, Chapandi.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have to share the PPT of the project. Any kind of mail will come to me, and I have to put the project PDF or project PPT into the mail or link, something like that, or I have to present a project.
When you registered, did you upload something, Akash?
I registered. I just only give my name, college name, mentorship.
Okay, so anyway, in a week's time, you will get a mail where you'll be asked to upload two documents. One is the presentation or the PDF, and second is a video about your product or idea. Right, so you will have to do that once that comes.
Okay, my product is not ready right now.
That's okay.
So
you can talk about the idea, and you can say that my product will be ready in the next 2 years, 3 years, whatever. So the idea of this competition is to understand what are your ideas and see if we can help you achieve it a little faster. That's what.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
Cool.
so much.
Yes, Aditya from Hyderabad, Chapandi.
Yes, sir. So, sir, actually, you had told to not note down the slides in themselves, right? That
Yes.
is presentation. So, where will we be getting that?
So we will put the link to the slides in the WhatsApp group that you guys are already on part of.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll get the link there. We'll put it up there, and we'll see if we can also attach it as a mailer when we do the next mail.
Okay.
And we'll show it. Yeah.
And sir, I have another doubt. So
Yes.
between January 20, according to the program framework, between this 22nd of January to 26th of February, we are supposed to have this workshops and mentoring sessions, right?
Yes. So the Hyderabad chapter people will communicate with you.
Okay.
And you will have sessions locally in Hyderabad.
Okay.
But of course, there's going to be one workshop that's there on 6th and 7th, which you would have got in your mail, which is on the business model canvas. That is like a global or regional workshop. You can log in and register for that. You can do it. But apart from that, just go to thai.hyderabad.org or find the Thai Hyderabad website and send them a mail also. When you would have got a mail after you registered, it would have some CCs. Those are the guys from Hyderabad who are responsible. So just send a mail to them as well if they don't connect with you in the next 3-4 days.
Next 3 or 4 days. Okay. Sir.
Yeah. No problem, Myra. You can ask me any questions that you have, Myra. All my friends from Pakistan. But maybe what I'll also do is I'll give you the email ID of the Pakistan team, so you can also touch base with them. Just give me a second. Who is from Pakistan? Let me give you the IDs. Just hold a second. Chapter leads. Yeah. So Myra, I put 2 email IDs. One is Yusara and one is Salva. They are the local representatives from Pakistan. You can connect to them by email and they will take it forward. Yeah. Cool. Vijay, you have a question? Please unmute.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm asking that whatever PDF or business plan I have submitted before, sir, can I change my business plan?
Yes, you can change it. You can change it. So you will get a link soon where we will ask you to resubmit it, and that time you can change the new one.
Okay.
Yes, Gopi from Hyderabad.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
బాగున్నారా?
చాలా బాగున్నాను. మీరు?
నేను బాగున్నా, సార్. Like I would like to ask a question. Like you said about your bike startup and you did not attracted any customers for 9 months. I know this might take some time. Like, I mean, even you can answer me at the end of the session also. So
right.
I would like to know about your journey. Like what actually happened. Like, are you in the
Sure.
EVs or? Yes.
Sure. Wait, where are you, Gopi? Wait. I'll put my. So I'll take a minute to answer so that all of you can understand it. But maybe Gopi, I'll also put my email ID to you. Send me a mail and then we will both chat. Okay, so we can set up a Zoom call and I can tell you about the whole story. So primarily, I had just quit my job at Shell, and I was earning like close to 1,05,000 per month. Okay, and this is like 16, 17 years ago. And I came back to Coimbatore just thinking that I want to do some business. And I was spending 6 months going around looking at things and all those things. So I stay in a city called Coimbatore, where there are a lot of students from Kerala who come to study here, and they're all having parents who are in Dubai and the UAE, right? So unke paas paisa hai, and they spend a lot of money on their local expenses and all those things. And at the same time, coincidentally, I saw an ad for designing race bikes, which was for a training program in Pune, where you could take a regular, like a Splendor or a Hero Honda bike and convert it into a race bike by working with the engine and also the visual part. So I connected the dots. I said, these guys are all roaming around in just normal bikes. What if I do modify the bikes, then I can sell it to them. So I did not go talk to anyone. I just spent some money on going to Pune, getting trained, got inventory, put up the shop without even actually talking to my end customer. And that's the reason that company failed, because I realized that those guys come here and spend a lot of money on eating and roaming and all those things, but they don't want to buy an asset, because they're at an age where buying an asset means getting approval from their parents, and their parents are not ready to let their children buy a bike in a city where they're going to study, because they could fall down, break their head, die, or whatever, right? So these are all things that you normally, when you are as a startup, you don't think. You are just so excited and so passionate. You think the world is a great place, but it is not. So you have to go into the details of all those things, Gopi. But to understand the exact nitty-gritties, send me a mail and I'll connect with you. Yeah?
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure.
Cool. Or you can, you saw my Instagram handle as well. You can send me a
I sent, sir. I sent forward.
Super. Let's be friends on Instagram.
Yeah,
I can show my wife that I have more friends than her. Yes, my friend Nishant from Dubai. Boliye, Nishant. Nishant, you can unmute.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Nishant.
Sir, my question is, who will be the local chapter person from Dubai?
So from Dubai, it is Cicely. Wait, I will probably put Cicely's email ID here. Okay. But where is the college? Where is your startup registered, Nishant?
From Dubai only, sir.
Oh, Dubai. Great. Super. Okay. 1 second. Ruko. Are you the Nishant I met at the expo? Were you working for the Indian thing at the expo? No, right?
No.
Okay. Okay. So I put Cicely's email ID on your chat. You can connect with Cicely and then take it forward. Yeah.
Okay. And sir, regarding the submissions, can we submit it later? During
so you will have around 10-12 days now to work on your deck and submit it. So you will get the mail, and just keep looking out for the mail. Also join the WhatsApp group and make sure all your teammates are part of those 7 WhatsApp groups, so you get real-time communication. Yeah.
Okay, sure, sir. Thank you. Sir.
Thank you. Sat Sri Akal, Aman. Boliye.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, Aman. Boliye.
Sir, actually, I just want to ask: is there any language barrier, like to present ourselves? Like we have to stick to English only, or we can?
Okay. So for the competition, Aman, at the chapter level, at the Chandigarh level, you can speak in Punjabi or Hindi or whatever to communicate your idea. But agar aap jeet gaye, and if you're going to the finals at the global, then English will be the language of communication, because we'll have jury members from across the world, from Germany, from wherever. So I would advise you to start practicing it. In Tamil, there's a saying that says, Tamilan endru sollada thalai nimundinilla. Matlab, be proud to be a Tamilan and always keep your head high. That's wonderful to say, but at the same time, I have to realize that it's a globalized world and English is the common language. So start practicing your English. And the easiest way, Aman, is to create a script and write down all potential questions and find answers to it and practice. Okay? But all this is for the competition. Okay? For success in real life, maybe even if your idea is great and you can communicate it in your local language, look at the Chinese. Most of those guys don't know English. So those are 2 different things. I hope my answers are clear. For the competition, English will be needed. Yes.
And sir, one more question. Like I have 2 and 3 ideas for for the startups and all. So
focus on one idea. Focus on one idea, Aman. Just focus on one idea and work on it. If you send 2 ideas, you will get rejected automatically in the first round. So focus on only one idea that you really think is worth it and that people will want to put their money in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one last question, like when we used to register to the Zoom link, right? there is a option which is stated as mentoring chapter.
Yeah.
So what is it actually? What should we,
So for
write?
you, if you're in Chandigarh, then the mentoring chapter is Chandigarh. Anyone
Sir,
from
actually, basically I'm from Rajasthan. I'm studying in Chandigarh, and right now in Chandigarh. That's why.
Yeah, that's so. Wherever your college is or wherever your startup is, please choose that as the mentoring chapter. क्योंकि क्या होगा? Maybe Chandigarh will call you for a dinner or a lunch. फिर अगर आप राजस्थान choose करोगे तो lunch miss हो जाएगा, right? So they may have in-person meetings also. So that's why we are asking you to choose the chapter that's geographically closer to you. Yeah.
Okay. And sir, one last question. I just
Yes.
want to ask general knowledge. Like, sir, how I can build my team? Like, sir, actually we are 3 now, but I just want some who is more creative or who is good in one. So should I go to, around and search for it, or should I get it?
So this is a question that will take a lot of time to answer. What I would advise you, Aman, wait, I'll give you the Chandigarh email ID. Okay.
Yeah.
So you send a mail to them, connect with them, and then they will put a mentor who will probably guide you on all these things. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Super. Yes, Brahma from Visakhapatnam, my one of my favorite towns. I grew up in 104 area. Yes, Brahma. Cheppandi.
Who will be the mentor of Andhra Pradesh?
So for Andhra Pradesh, Vizag, Andhra Pradesh will be the mentoring chapter. I will send you Anudeep's number and Anudeep's email ID. You can send him a mail. So all of you would have got an email when you registered. Okay, the CCs in that email are the ones whom you need to contact. So send them a mail, and they will connect with you. Yeah, but anyway, they will once today the registrations are closed, they will themselves connect with you. So don't worry. Yeah. Yes, Vijay.
Sir, that will be our my mentoring chapter. I am from Uttar Pradesh, but I have registered from West Bengal because I am studying in NIT Silchar. So my
Kolkata will be your mentoring.
And sir,
Yeah, so wherever you're studying or wherever your college is where will be the mentoring chapter. So 1 second, Vijay, let me put it on chat to you. I'll put the answer. Yeah. So that's the email ID of the Kolkata chapter. You can connect them. Yeah. Thank you. Yakub.
Sir,
Yes, Vijay.
Question, sir. Is this competition?
Vijay, there's too much of noise from your side. Can you go to a place which is a little less noisy and speak? Yeah, I'll wait for you. Yeah, I'll go to the next question and I'll answer you. Yes, Yakub.
సార్ బాగున్నారా?
బాగున్నాను యాకబ్, చాలా బాగున్నాను. మీరు?
నేను ఫైన్ సార్, బాగున్నాను.
చెప్పండి.
అంటే కెన్ ఐ ఆస్క్ యు ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ ఆర్ తెలుగు?
Yeah, whatever you can ask. I will have to answer in English only because my Telugu practice is little lesser, but so yeah, go ahead.
సార్, ఈ వీడియో ప్రెజెంటేషన్ మనం ఎలా చేయాలంటే మామూలుగా మనం రికార్డ్ చేసి చేయాలా, లేకుంటే అన్న స్లైడ్స్ తో చేయాలా, యానిమేషన్ చేయాలా?
Okay, so the question that Yakub is asking, which will be relevant to all of you also, is how do I make this video presentation? So don't go for something fancy to have a cinematographer and all those things. Best thing is set up a Zoom call. You be the only person in the Zoom call. Share your screen, put your slides on, and talk to it and record for the 9 minutes, and just send that recording. Easiest, straightforward, simplest way. So in that way, you can get your slides also in place. You will get yourself on the place. To crack it, you will need to do it 3 or 4 times. But the best tool is to use Zoom. Set up a Zoom call. You be the only participant. If you want, get a friend and let the friend record. Yeah, Yakub? Cool. Yes, Ganesh from Hyderabad.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Good morning.
Hi, Ganesh. Yes, hi, Ganesh.
So my doubt is that are we gonna have any mentor for this week? Like, as you have said that there will be a mail in 10 or 15 days where we have to submit our pitch deck and the video recordings again.
Yes.
So will we have a mentor in between these days where we can have some guidance over the pitch decks and everything?
Yes. So it's a little chapter specific, Ganesh, depending upon the numbers that have registered. Like in Hyderabad, I think there are 90 people who are registered. So they may have a separate process, but you can reach out to them by the email and tell them that, sir, I need some mentoring and can you help me? And I'm sure they will all be ready to help you. So don't worry about that.
So,
but whether as a part of the program, will they do it? I do not know because it's a chapter specific thing. So in Coimbatore, I have like 45 people. So I will shortlist to 10 people and I'll spend 10 mentoring with those 10 people because it's not practically possible to work with so many other people, right? So,
yes,
so that's what I wanted to understand. Once again, Ganesh, I'll put the Hyderabad chapter email ID so you can connect with them.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, send a mail to them, and then you can connect with them and ask them for whatever.
Sure, sir.
Yes,
And
Ajit,
also, sir, like,
yes, Ganesh.
there's another doubt.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Yeah, sure, sir. So, is there any possibility that we can have our teammates from other colleges too?
Absolutely, they can be from other colleges, other countries, other states, no problem.
Because,
we have one team. We have one team where one team member is from Stanford, one from Harvard, one from Singapore NUS, and one from Delhi IIT. So perfectly fine.
When we had the discussion in our college, like our college is in Hyderabad, and when we had a discussion over the coordinator in our college, they said that it would be the competition would be a smaller one. So try to get your team members from the college itself. So
ideally, that's again a very local tactical thing that they are trying to do. So it's a personal call that you will have to take. Probably speak to your professor and speak to the mentor at the local chapter and decide. But as far as the competition is concerned, we are fine. See, the problem will come when mentoring happens, Ganesh. Because if you have one guy somewhere else and the mentor is talking to you in Telugu and that guy is from Chennai and he's not able to understand, he's not able to join.
No, sir. Everyone understands the English language.
No, I'm just giving an example.
Okay, sir. Sure.
So yeah, but that's okay. You can still.
Are we suppose like now? Can I change those? Like actually, I haven't enrolled them as a team member. So when our college member said that,
you'll have to connect with the local chapter. Tell them that you want to add some team members, and then you add.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Yes, Ajit. Yes. Ganesh.
Good afternoon, Pradeep. Actually, my question is about we have to submit a pitch deck or business plan because on our local chapter, which is Chandigarh, it's showing that is a B plan competition. So we submit business plan, but yeah, we cannot give that much insight on pitch deck. But business plan have that much insight about our business, what will be our next plan. And
so if you already have the business plan ready, you can submit the business plan as well, Ajit. Like I said, instead of the pitch deck, I would advise give a pitch book, which gives a little more verbose thing. But like I said, again, please talk to the local chapter for the next 2 months. What the local chapter tells you is what you have to do. But when you come to the global level, the first entry that we'll ask is for the pitch book, pitch deck, and also the business model canvas. So please connect with the local chapter. I'll give you the Chandigarh chapter contact. Connect with them and then take it forward. Yeah.
Actually, our mentoring session is done. 1 month mentoring session was done by our local chapter.
Right.
And
So I think just connect with that local mentor, whoever you had spoken to already.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Ajit. Yes, Aniket from Kanpur.
Sir, actually, while filling the form, I enrolled for Lucknow as a local chapter, but I can't see any breakout room for Lucknow.
Yeah. So Aniket, what will happen is you will become part of the rest of India cohort because the Lucknow chapter is not participating. We will give you a mentor probably from some other city or from someone from Lucknow also. You will get a mail separately which cohort you are going to be part of. So right today there's no breakout room because you are part of the rest of. So people from Delhi, Lucknow, Surat, and Ahmedabad, all of you will be part of one different cohort, which is like the rest of India.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the Olympics where Russia didn't get to participate, so the Russian Olympic Council participated. So you'll be part of that. So good. Yes, Soumya Shukla.
Hi, Pradeep. So my question was similar. I'm from Lucknow and we don't have Lucknow chapter in the breakout list.
फिर तो ये गलत बात है यार. पहले तुमको पहले बोलना चाहिए. पहले आप बोलना चाहिए था.
Yes, Pradeep.
So Soumya, you will all be under the rest of India chapter. You will get a mentor either from Lucknow itself or from some other city, and all of you will compete with the participants from Delhi and Surat and Ahmedabad, and there will be one winner from that company.
Oh, okay, got it.
Cool. Yes, Akshita. Akshita from Hyderabad. Akshita is not here. Mangaldeep from Howrah.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Hi.
My question is, at first I registered the form about 2 ideas, but now I realize that I should register again or not. I mean, I should register one idea.
No, you don't have to register. You don't have to register again. No, you will get a mail which will tell you to resubmit a document. At that time, you resubmit your USP and your deck. That's enough. No need to resubmit. Don't do a new registration. Please.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do a new registration. No.
Okay.
Myra, I'm sorry. I was typing something else and I typed 7 to 10 minutes. Yes, the video should be around 60 seconds to 90 seconds, and it has to be like an elevator pitch. Myra, are you here? Where's my friend Myra? Boom, 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 boom. Myra, are you
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay.
here.
Yeah. I'm sorry. So, guys, the video that you will have to submit is like a 60-second to a 90-second video, and it has to be more like an elevator pitch. Don't go too detailed into your product and your presentation and all those things. Just do it like a small elevator pitch. But like I said, if you want to supplement it with visuals, do it on a Zoom call and record it. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
And do you have
yes.
like a format for the elevator pitch, or is it just like all the 13 elements that we covered?
No. So an elevator pitch is not necessarily like all the 13 slides. An elevator pitch is more like, ये problem है, ये problem का ये solution है, हमने ये solution find किया है, और this is the outcome that will come out. That's all. So an elevator pitch is basically
no financials.
Not necessary. No, not at all.
Not even like covering the revenue streams. के कहाँ से पैसे आएंगे?
No. So you will have to kind of say from where. Let's say today we are a 3 crore company. We will go to 10 crores. Like broad, big numbers, but not into the micro details.
Say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, Akshata, are you still here? Akshata is not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Akshata.
Sorry for my network. Yeah.
No problem.
So, sir, I had one question.
Yes.
Chapter level mentoring, will it be offline or online?
Right now, the way Omicron is looking like, it may be virtual, but there's a possibility that it may also be in person as well. But at the same time, you will not be always forced to do in person. There will always be a hybrid option. So you can join by Zoom or whatever. But the best thing is speak to the Hyderabad chapter and get your clarification from them how they are working on it.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
can you share that Hyderabad chapter details, sir?
Yeah, I will do that. You guys are all young generation. Go to the Google, find out Thai Hyderabad website and just send a mail to them. That's all. Simple.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, cool. Sahil?
Yes, sir. I also had the same doubt only, like how to connect to the mentoring chapter of Hyderabad.
So send a mail to them. Send a mail to them.
Okay,
Go
sir.
find the mail that you would have got after you applied. That mail will have some CCs. Send the mail to all those guys who are on the CC. Automatically, you'll get a reply.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Preeti? Siliguri.
Yes, sir. Sir, my question is, do our financial and fundas need to be the same?
Financial and? No. So basically, the financial is saying that if I have 5 crore, I will be able to sell 10 equipment, 20 equipment, 200 equipment, right? So they are connected. They're not the same. They are connected to one another. Did I answer you, Preeti? You lost Preeti. Muskan?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So they are both interlinked to one another, Preeti. They're not the same. But maybe what you can do is when you get a mentor from Kolkata, you can sit with the mentor and understand this in a little more detail. Yeah?
Okay,
Yes,
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Muskan, boliye.
Yeah, sir, very good afternoon.
Ji, boliye.
Sir, actually, I have doubt like if we have a 3 members in my team, so it is compulsory like we all 3 are in videos, or if anyone can do.
Oh, when you're presenting?
Yeah.
So presenting, it's always better for that one person does.
And sir, basically, like I am from Delhi, but my college is in Jaipur. So where I will.
So your mentoring chapter will be Jaipur.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, your mentoring chapter will be Jaipur. They will connect with you, Muskan.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Kaushik.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, Kaushik. Kaushik, we can't hear you.
So now it's clear.
Yeah.
Sir, my question is that I need to set up my company because we are asking a fund on our pitch deck, and if we need to connect the investors, so we need to give our share. So should I set up our company at first?
So for this competition, no, Kaushik. The idea of asking a fund is to understand whether you have thought through your business and how investment can help. But if you progress to the next level, which is after the pitch competition, there's something called as a demo day. Then when someone comes as an investor, you will have to have a registered company. Yes, but not for now. No.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have one more question. Sir,
Yes.
Can I replace my business lean canvas into a pitch lean canvas?
You can replace them. You'll get a mail, and once you get the mail, you can do all the replacement. Wait for now.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, cool. Yes, Siddhi. Kemcho.
Yeah, so very good afternoon. So there's one doubt. Like where I have to connect. Like I'm from Gujarat, Ahmedabad, and like connecting mentors chapter. Where should I have to connect?
So we will send you a mail, Siddhi. You will be part of the rest of India cohort. But we are trying to work to get you mentors in Ahmedabad so that you have someone whom you can meet also if there's a need to be there doing that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will still get mentors somewhere. So you will be part of the rest of India cohort. Just wait for a couple of days. You will get a mail on that. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, my friend Nicholas from Mizoram.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. I would just like to ask if I can add one more member to my team.
Yeah, you can add when you get the mail to update or update your pitch deck. You can just do it along that form on that form.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Cool. Jacob, you have your hands raised again.
Sir, USP గురించి కొద్దిగా చెప్తారా సార్ అంటే ఇది కంపల్సరీయా?
So USP is yes compulsory, Jacob, so that we understand why your business is unique rather than everyone else. Please understand this is a startup competition. It's not like a business competition alone. So the USP is nothing but what makes your product so great that I would want to become your partner. That's the USP. So like I again said, probably when you start interacting with the Hyderabad chapter and you have a mentor, connect to them and they will guide you on how to explain or articulate your USP.
సార్ నా సెకండ్ క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు టీం కంపల్సరీ అంటే
No, you can be one man. No, there's no compulsion that you have to have a full team. It can be 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%. The maximum is 5.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sashri?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Sashri.
Sir, my doubt is that basically we are young engineering students, sir, and we don't have any basic knowledge about financials and the traction that we're talking about. But sir, we are very driven with our solution that we have to serve society for the betterment. Do you think we can do this, or have
Absolutely.
you seen any examples of students?
Yeah, sure. So, Shashri, this is also the question that I would ask myself as an entrepreneur, because I am great at creative stuff, but you ask me about finances, I'm clueless. So what I do is I go and find a co-founder who's strong in finances or financial management, get them on board. For you as a college team, what I would advise is either in your college, try to find teams or persons who could be experts in that, or go and meet your mentor, or go and meet the MD department in your college or the financial management department in your college and see if they can guide you on. That will be the best way to do it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Super. Kaushik, you have any more questions? No more questions. Super. So I think we are coming to the end of the session. People are coming back. So all the best, all of you. Anything that you have that you want to communicate, please use these 2 email IDs that I told you. Let me pull it up on my screen again. If you have not yet seen the blue book, I'm sending the link of the blue book in the chat. Please go and have a look at it. BTIU blue book. And in case you have not yet joined one of those 7 WhatsApp groups, please join one of them so you know you get some details on a daily basis of what's happening, kind of a thing. But of course, from today till the 31st of March, your communication has to be primarily only with the mentoring chapter and not with the other email ID. So if you are from Mysuru or from wherever, your communication with the Mysuru chapter, Mahesh just met some of you. So send a mail to Mahesh and team. If you're from anywhere from Maharashtra, send it to the Pune team and they will take care of things to go forward. Cool. Perfect. Advait is here. He's left. Okay. Kaushik, you have your hands up. Do you want to ask something? Cool. So I think the Chennai breakout room is still on. So let them go. But any of you who want to exit, thank you so much for joining today. It's been a pleasure talking to all of you. Let me stop recording.